Hi, you're listening to Kate Palmer from sparkletart.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really cute Halloween artist trading card, and watch right to the end because there's a little surprise. For this background I'm going to use two colours. I'm going to use the Lindy Stamp Gang Starburst sprays in Hag's Wart Orange and Screamin Banshee Black. You need a little piece of white cardstock. So for this, spritz the entire piece of cardstock with the Hag's Wart Orange. You need this nice and wet before you spray the Screamin Banshee Black on there. As with all of the Lindy's products, make sure you shake it until all of the mica has come off the bottom. And then just spritz the Screamin Banshee Black in spots onto the card. Now, if you'd like it to be darker, get right up close here and spritz right onto the cardstock. And that actually makes a darker patch. If you spray too much, you'll find it all sort of bleeds off the edges here. Again, this one needs to air dry. Now the reason for that is I'd like the black to sort of blend with the orange a little. In fact, I think I might like a bit more black on some of these areas towards the middle here. Now, to make sure this is nice and strong, I'm just going to add a little bit more orange. And then I'm going to leave this alone, and I'll come back in a little while and show you what I'm doing with it. This is my Screamin Banshee Black and Hag's Wart Orange background, very simply made, and it's going to be perfect for a little trading card. So the colours are nice and strong. Both the orange and the black have turned out beautifully, and there's that gorgeous pale blue shimmer over the top of the whole piece. So I've just stamped in Brilliance ink, and I'm going to dust a little bit of the Ghostly Gargoyle White over the top. Now I'm using the Magicals, the Magical Micas, and you'll find that these stick to anything that's sort of slightly wet. In this case, the ink. So I'm going for a ghostly Halloween look here. I didn't want to use white because it would be too stark. Now you could use mica for this as well, but the colour I wanted was that Ghostly Gargoyle White, which I have in the Magicals. Now the Magicals are great because you can use them dry like this, or you can add water and they turn into sort of shimmery pots of watercolour powder. Don't add water ever directly to the pot, otherwise it turns into a big blob. But have a look at some of my other clips for uses for the Magicals. I think you'll find it's a really versatile product. Okay, almost done here. A little bit more down the bottom. So once you've brushed it on, you need to grab a big fluffy brush, a bit like this, or a makeup brush if you don't have anything else, and pounce. Now this helps to really push either the mica or the Magicals, whatever you're using, into the ink, and you'll get a much better image. Now you don't have to use Brilliance ink under here, that's just what I used. I'm using the same fluffy brush. Just dust off any of the excess. And what you'll get is this beautiful ghostly image. In this instance I've used a house from the Pose set, and this one is from Oxford Impressions. So it just gives sort of like a look in the background without being too overwhelming. I really like this on top of the shimmery starbursts underneath. Okay, be back in a second when it's finished. So this is my Exquisite Beauty Halloween trading card using the Lindy's Stamp Gang Halloween set of Starbursts, and they're used on my gorgeous background. And then I've of course popped a little of the white Ghostly Gargoyle Magical over the top of that stamped image. So let me give you a closer look. Now I hope you can see this. Let's see if I can get in close here. I've got those fantastic mica flakes that look a little bit like scary snow on her hat, just as a little accent. And of course a lot down the bottom there. You can see that beautiful background I've created and then stamped over the top with the lovely house from the Oxford Impressions set. And of course I've brushed over the top with my magicals. Now when I tilt the card to the light, you can see that fantastic shimmer from both the starbursts and the magicals over the top. And of course I've then popped the little hat on the top. It is for Halloween, of course. I've got this really cute little ruffled ribbon, and some of the collection's words just to offset the whole thing. So a little bit of bling down the sides, and that gorgeous, gorgeous image. We don't have Halloween in Australia, so I can't give away candy at my door, but I can give away blog candy. If you'd like to win this gorgeous ATC, plus a bunch of fantastic products from Lindy's Stamp Gang, head over to my blog and follow the instructions. Good luck, everyone. Bye. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.